So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another unscheduled video. This is completely out of left field. I had no idea that I was going to be making a video on this, but as you can see from the screen, I've been watching certain anime. I have friends that are into anime and they recommend things from time to time. And I say, what the heck? Usually anime is pretty short. It's 8 episodes, 12 episodes, usually like 23 minutes. So I can spare to watch like an episode or two to see if I'm interested in something. I can't venture into something like One Piece that's like 1,200 episodes. But something like this, a friend of mine was like, "Yeah, you should check it out." I think they were having a practical joke on me, but it is what it is. It's called The Cafe Terrace and Its Goddesses. Now, the reason why we're talking about this is because this show, and I watched the first 3 episodes, it made me realize something about myself that I wasn't really fully aware of before this. I mean, sure, I sort of guess I knew the certain elements, but this show really helped to put things in perspective about just how much I despise the premise that is apparently a common trope in anime where you have the main character get beat up or assaulted in numerous different scenarios by one or more of the female characters. I cannot stand it. I don't think I've ever been as off-put by a show as I have been with this one just immediately on that premise. Because there's just something so unbelievably pathetic about a man who would allow himself to be assaulted by a girl. And it's always in this situation where, like, the main character's in the bathtub. Okay, I don't want to show the actual scene here, but he's in the bathtub and he's thinking about his day. He's contemplating about what went on. Now, he puts up a sign outside of the bathroom saying, "I'm in the bathroom." Basically because he's living with a bunch of girls. That's the premise of the show, that he's the owner of this cafe that he inherited from his grandmother, who just passed away, and they're all living there, and the grandmother considered them family, and so they're helping him to learn to run it. He's kind of reluctant. So it's kind of a, juvenile premise, nothing really revolutionary. We've seen this sort of stuff before. But in the case of this show, he's in the bathtub, and one of the girls, of course, walks in, and she doesn't have a towel on. She's just naked, just walks right in. So in a scene like that, if it were real life, the girl would be embarrassed. She would leave and close the door, and that would be it. Basically, like, "Oh, I'm sorry." In this, the girl stands there and looks at him, and he makes it acts like an idiot. But then I think it's this chick with the blue hair here. Hears a commotion, comes into the bathroom, sees that he's in the bathroom, gets like anime angry, which is with the eyes and the aura and stuff, and then proceeds to beat him up. Now, when I was watching that, it sent me into an absolutely apoplectic rage. Because I'm sitting here thinking, if I'm trying to enjoy a bathtub in my house and I'm letting these girls stay here, they're not paying rent. Okay? They're helping out with the shop, but I'm trying to enjoy a bath here, and someone intrudes on my time, and they come in and make the situation uncomfortable by not reading that goddamn sign, and then some other chick comes in and just loses her temper and starts trying to hit me. I tell you what, I'm knocking that bitch out. And then I'm kicking her out of my house. What the heck is wrong with anime? I watched that scene and I had to pause it because I was like, this can't, like, why? Why do they portray men in this way? I don't understand it in other series. I'm using this one as an example. Why do they portray men as being able to be hit by women? I don't get it. I don't find it funny or interesting. It doesn't make the female characters any better. At least, am I going crazy here? And after this scene, it sort of like triggered my Winter Soldier moment, where I'm thinking back to a lot of anime that I've watched in the past, and there have been a lot of scenes where, like, the main character is getting beat up by a female crewmate, like with One Piece, or Naruto, he gets punched out by Sakura, which, I mean, holy shit. But it's like, I think about it, and it's like, I do see that quite a lot. And I absolutely hate it. I hate it with an utter, unquenchable passion. Now, if you want to know the type of main character that I like, well, I mean, depending on the genre, but if for something like this, I would like a competent, well put together main character who is able to learn new things, learn new skills, adapt to certain situations, but ultimately has a firm rooting on his life. Now, the main character of this show is a college student. It's not even a high school student. So this guy in college is getting domed on by a bunch of women who are living at his place, not paying rent, but are working at this cafe. I'm looking at this going, look, you intrude on my personal space. You don't take the time to look at the sign that I put up. I'm doubling your rent. If not just expelling you on the spot. Like Harry Potter, I'm doing an Expelliarmus. I know this isn't a super serious video. This is a more lighthearted video, and I'm glad to be able to do videos like this from time to time. But I gotta vent. I gotta share my frustration. I hate this trope. This weak men trope. I like the idea of equal rights, equal fights. If a female character hits a male character, starts beating him up, come on. Let him take that hand and just with the might of Zeus just slap the ever-living... I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. But come on. I mean, I'm not advocating for violence against women. Not always in anime. Sometimes it's fun, but most of the time not. But at the bare minimum, like, if you're going to have a scene where two people are fighting, let them be combatants. Let them be, like, actual fighters. Like, if you're watching, like, Cowboy Bebop, you want to watch, you want to watch two men go at it. Or two women go at it. You don't want to I don't know where this comes from. I don't know why people continue to put this in their work, but I gotta tell you, it just, when I saw this, I'm like, I'm not watching any more of this. I'm not. I made it through like 3 episodes, and I'm like, this is probably not gonna be for me. I do have another anime that I was recommended by another friend, that I am gonna do a review on because I was shocked at how good it was. And the anime in question was Mushoku Tensei. I was kind of surprised. I'd never heard of it. And all of a sudden, I binged 2 seasons of it because it was phenomenally good. It was shockingly good. I was like, wow, this is really interesting. This takes a concept that at this point is pretty played out with isekai and adds a couple spins on it. I mean, we've all seen the loser, oh, I'm just an ordinary guy. But the main character, Mushoku Tensei, not to just get off of this real quick, but the main character isn't just an ordinary guy. He's a shut-in. And not just a shut-in, like an almost irredeemable shut-in. Except for the fact that at the end of his life, he saves the girl from getting hit by the car. But, like, he doesn't even attend his own parents' funeral. I gotta tell you, you gotta do a lot of work to redeem a character that doesn't go to his parents' funeral. But anyway, regarding this, this show is whatever. Apparently, it's got a lot of high scores. 4.6. That's not out of 10. That's actually out of 5. But my thing is, I don't like that trope. I don't like when you have female characters that beat up men in this almost comical format. Because I don't find it comical at all. I don't find it funny. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority on this. But I've never really understood why people are into that at all. Like, why do the companies put that in? Why do people enjoy that? Because I hate it. I hate it so much. I can feel my I can feel my demon blood art activating. Anyway, yeah, that's really what I wanted to talk about with this video. Just venting some of my frivolous frustrations when watching shows like this where you have just unrealistic, out of nowhere violence against men that doesn't make sense and is really kind of creepy. Like, the guy's not doing anything wrong. I mean, I'm trying to put myself in the perspective of the main character. The guy's like enjoying a bath. He's done everything right. And some girl messes up and she comes in. And he's got to deal with that. Like, come on, man. Channeling my inner Joe Biden. Come on, man. Just let a guy take a bath in peace. Let him just enjoy himself. Let him unwind without just some, attention-seeking, violent bimbo who's staying at my house for free, by the way. Let's just throw that out there. Taking advantage. At least have the decency, not the audacity, to show me my respect in my fucking home, okay? God damn, I did like that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a wonderful Friday evening. Thanks for watching. See you next time.